Hey folks, how's it going? Fractality here, coming at you with another weekly bias video. It's been a couple weeks. I didn't really feel the need to make another video because my analysis was playing out and nothing had really changed. But I apologize. I'll try to be better about that in the future. So let's take a look at dollar first. If you take a look at my bias video from before this, you'll see, or you'll hear, that I was calling for the previous month's low on dollar. And that was when we were here. So we did a whole retracement. Eventually broke down. I was very annoyed that the dollar broke down in one big move on CPI because I was unable to get a short up here. Of course, I probably could have if I had been having a swing trader's mindset, but I was just intraday trading, and it's kind of hard to go back and forth. But nonetheless, we came down, and then we consolidated. So, typically people want to see, gaps get filled and stuff, but when the market's real heavy, that's not as likely. Like here, it filled this gap, right? And that's fine. But here, it only kind of came up to that H1 level here, which indicates just real weakness. And so whenever you're in a directional market where it's trending, strong directional, and the market pauses, your levels of interest become daily highs. Okay, these are the levels that you're going to be looking for potential shorts off of. And if you apply that same methodology over here, you can see daily high gave us the short, and then you can see how it reacted on that next Monday. Obviously you have to be smart, you don't want to be shorting FOMC as it runs into a daily high. You got to give it time to accumulate more orders, show that they're looking to continue lower, and then you're looking for the order blocks on those daily highs to short. Anyways, so let's keep going. Basically what I'm expecting is continuation. I don't see any reason for this to go higher. I feel that it has not reached its terminus, and if you consider this in terms of price grading, we are, the closer we're getting to terminus, the faster the move should be. I don't think that it's reached an objective. Like I said, I'm looking for this low and possibly these lows, and we'll see. Given the strength of the indices and the other markets, I think we will continue, but I'm just focusing on this target first. So it's the same thing for euro. Euro has some highs here that coincide. In terms of what I expect for today, okay, right, so it's Thanksgiving week, right? With it being Thanksgiving week, I would expect them to go ahead and take care of this early in the week, maybe today, tomorrow, get this run finished, and then chop around for the rest of the week. I collected, let's see if I can find it. I collected the past 5 years of Thanksgiving. Usually the PA is pretty normal until Thursday, but it's very contextual. Thursday is almost always really choppy. That's Thanksgiving Day. And then the Friday can be choppy, or it can be clean. In this example, Thursday is really choppy here, but then Friday is normal, and the days before are pretty fine. In this example, it's an ugly market here. It's consolidating, but it's tradable. But Thursday is pretty normal. So it's contextual, right? If you're in a consolidation, it's going to consolidate, especially this week. This was a good example of just really, really choppy market. We were just under this key level. We didn't run up to it until that Friday. Or no, this is, I can't remember. Either way, it's just really choppy. So sometimes it's clean, sometimes it's choppy. And this week it was all clean, and then Thanksgiving Day was really choppy, and then it was back to normal. So just keep that in mind. The main point is, if the conditions are suggesting continuation for a strong move, expect it to happen early in the week. Okay, so in terms of what I expect for today, we, during Asia, displaced lower. We left behind this imbalance. I think London or New York could see us pushing higher, rejecting, continuing lower. That's the previous day's low as well. So I want to see sensitivity here. If it goes higher, I would just look for midpoint of this consolidation. If it goes up here, then I feel like bets are off for lower prices at the moment. You might want to dig into this, and we'll see what happens. So it's going to be the same exact thing on Euro. If I were trading today, which I am, I'd be looking to trade GU because it's a market maker model, and its targets are low resistance liquidity, run. So I just think it'll be a faster or easier move, but most likely either one's fine, EU or GU. Not too worried about Aussie. Looking at dollar CAD, we can see that we did this whole rejection, came back to the order block, rejected the order block. Okay, we have low resistance liquidity run to the downside potentially. And if you go inside of this expansion on the 1 hour, you can see expanded, came back up, and now we're looking at a market maker model, sell model to the downside with low resistance liquidity. So I would really expect it to expand pretty quickly. So a lot of markets are agreeing with that idea, and that's why I have confidence in it. So if we take a look at the indices, all right. Let's see. Just clean this up a little bit. Well, basically I was calling for... Sorry, okay, whatever. Basically I was calling for all-time highs and was calling for these prices, and I made that call on this day here, so we've been doing that. It's very strong. I don't think it's I think if you're bearish, you're crazy. I think it's obviously strong. So the question and the difficult thing is, what do you do? Like, how do you engage with this when they're not retracing? And it's like I said earlier, after this expansion, I was curious to see them coming lower, but they didn't. They consolidated. Once you recognize the consolidation, just start looking at the daily lows and see if you can buy below daily lows if they give opportunity. So like if you go to 15-minute, this day here. So this was Friday. They pushed up, they consolidated, kept taking highs, eventually broke down, got everyone bearish. And I'm thinking, hey, this market's bullish. I want to be buying the daily lows. And they gave bullish structure around the daily lows. So that's what you want to see for continuation. So if you move on to this week, I'm looking at the daily lows. Obviously, there's this huge imbalance. We just have to be aware of it. But I'm not bearish. And the targets are still above. So I think, as per usual, lots of people want to sell this. Yeah, don't do that. I'm not looking to sell right now, but yeah, my targets are just the daily highs that are above us at the moment. It's going to be the same for the NASDAQ. We didn't quite reach this daily high yet, Now, can it fill in this imbalance? Yeah, of course it can. Of course it can. But it's the kind of thing where I don't want to short it, right? I think, a lot of people tried to sell these highs on this week, thinking, oh, it's overextended, it's overbought, whatever. Every time they sold it, I mean, they just got punished. It was not easy for selling, but it was easy for buying, right? That's usually how it goes. So I want to see if they give any long setups down here. If not, if it kind of closes below and stays heavy, then obviously I would expect them to fill this in a little more. But similar to dollar, they may only want to go for this high of the imbalance. So anyways, I think dollar is easier to trade right now. So I'm looking for this imbalance. And we'll see. This move might start before I get this video uploaded. But anyways, that's pretty much it. In terms of what I'm looking for. Yeah. Have a good week, guys.